Welcome to the True North Racing Podcast, your go-to show for all things racing from coast to coast. We're here to chat with your favorite racers and bring you the latest from the world of short track racing. Hosted by John Morrison and Brandon Feeney. Get ready for fast cars, big personalities, and all the racing action you can handle. Ready? Green, green, green.
For show number 4 of the True North Racing Podcast, presented by Peps Pro Painting. I'm your host, John Morrison. Joining me up on stage right now is Brandon Feeney. We're going to be joined by a couple of drivers here in just a couple seconds from a couple different disciplines, which is going to be fun. But first of all, we got to give a big shout out to Track Tune. They are over in the Shannonville Motorsports booth, but Track Tune is an app that you can download on your phone to listen to racing from a variety of different tracks here in Ontario and around the United States as well, so you don't miss a minute of the action. If you're not at home, you guys can tune in right on your phone while driving around. So it's perfect. We do have a QR code up on the stage here. If you guys are interested in downloading the Track Tune app, go ahead and like I said, Flambro's on it, Sunset's on it, Peterborough's on it. I think there's a couple more tracks that are going to be added to it as well. But we do have a QR code up here. If you guys are interested in downloading the Track Tune app, you guys can, like I said, listen right in to the track announcers from maybe one of your favorite local short tracks. But and before we continue on here, we do have, if you guys notice, we have a couple cornhole boards up on the stage once again here today. I wanted to let everyone know who's passing by right now. We are going to be auctioning off these 2 cornhole boards come June. Darren Dryden from DJD Graphics did a killer job once again wrapping these. Design, wrap, and install. Man, boards look great. They've been great all weekend. We even got a chance to have a little bit of fun with them yesterday. But they are, like I said, they're going to go to a good home come June. But yeah, we're going to be auctioning off, and the money is going to go to the Canadian Cancer Society in memory of my mom, who passed away 14 years ago. So yeah, if you guys are interested in supporting it, we have hero cards over at the Boneyard Event Services booth, podcast corner across from the stage here. Joe Media and Promotions, grab a hero card, check out some of our race footage we got going on there. And because we're watching Day at the Races, presented by Peps Pro Painting, of course. And so yeah, but let's. How about this? We got our 2 drivers up on stage right now because they're both busy guys. So currently we got Connor Ross and Michael Robinson III joining us up on stage here. Michael Robinson III drives a mini stock up at Sunset Speedway, and Connor Ross drives the crate sprints over at Oswego. Is that correct, Connor?
Yes, I do.
This is so we got 2 different disciplines up on the stage here, which is going to be fun. Michael, we got to talk to you a little bit yesterday. We got to know a little bit more about you, which is fun. How have you been enjoying the show so far?
It's been great, honestly. Like, Motorama is pretty exciting to be at. A lot of people here today, for sure.
It's only going to get busier, I can tell you this much. It's in just probably another hour or so, you're going to be packed in here like sardines. You might as well pick a spot and just stand there.
Yeah, it's going to be ramping up in the next probably hour here. People are rolling in. It's pretty busy out there, so they're still trying to get in.
Exactly. Connor, man, how have you been? It's been a while since we chatted with you.
Definitely, it's been a while. No, I'm doing good. It's been a busy off season, say that, between Florida and Oklahoma, and now time to dial in on the race car and get ready for the summer.
You ready for the summer though?
We're gonna get there. We're pretty much ready. Just a few things we got to fine tune on, and yeah, other than that, we're pretty much ready to go.
That's awesome. Last year you ended up picking up a sprint car. We announced it not this past Christmas episode, but the year before, and you came out a couple times, I think it was near the end of the season. How did you like sprint car racing over the CVM racing?
It's a lot different when you're on dirt. I like open wheel racing. It's fun. You can't really touch wheels, or else you're gonna go for a ride. And no, sprint cars, they're a handful, but they're a lot of fun. You know, you gotta be smart. You can't make stupid passes or anything like that, or else you're either gonna hurt yourself or you're gonna cost yourself a bunch of money.
Yeah.
So, as he was saying, you've gone to the sprint car things. Obviously, Oswego is basically the home for sprint cars in Ontario. with I think 2 or 3 different classes depending on what event's going on. So, what is the biggest transferable driver skill you have from the CVM to the sprint car, other than the gas and the brake?
Honestly, there's really nothing. I had to, on asphalt you can roll through the corner, lift off the gas completely, and brake. In a sprint car you can't lift off the gas. You have to, with the stagger and with the way the rear tires are set up with how big the right rear is and how small the left rear is with stagger, you can't lift completely out of the gas, or it'll just straighten the car up and you won't be able to turn. So it's been weird having to actually trail brake and keep your foot in it and not really lift.
That sounds like a great time to sit there and try to pin it to the wall. It's really great getting pictures of you guys in the sprint cars. I can't wait to get down there again. I'll see if I can high-five you while I'm taking pictures on the inside wall. How about that?
I mean, we can do that under a 4 wide.
No, I mean green flag.
I mean, we'll do that too. We'll do that too.
Michael, man, you've been here for the last day. Your car is over in the Napa Auto Parts booth over there. I'm sure you've been meeting a lot of different people. People have been coming up asking about your car. What's been the best interaction you've had so far here at the show?
Probably everybody just coming up to the car and just saying, man, it looks wicked. Auto Trim honestly knocked it out of the park. My dad put that scheme together, and it looks amazing. And just talking to everybody, getting to know new people, seeing new faces, and just getting out there and just getting my name out there.
Absolutely. And this year is your second, if I remember correctly, second full-time season?
Yes.
Yeah. And obviously going back to Sunset Speedway, we talked about this a little bit yesterday. You picked up a feature win in the non-winners race up at Sunset during Fall Velocity. That's pretty. That must have got the juices flowed a little bit. It's like, man, I want to get back to victory lane. We know you have the car. We know you're an excellent driver. How many wins do you think we'll see from you this year?
I don't know if I can answer that question. It's just take it night by night and race by race, right?
That's the wrong answer. You're supposed to be every time we go out.
Well, I'm always going for the win when I go out there, but you never know what could happen.
Yeah. So here's a question for you. If you go out and you win a couple races this year, are you going to put somebody in for the non-winners race at Fall Velocity?
We have a few people in mind, so possibly. might be my father or grandpa.
Maybe we'll get both of them out there.
That would be deadly.
Entertaining, though.
Don't get all 3 of us out there. You want to see a wreck fest?
I mean, if I'm not the one paying for the bill, I don't mind seeing it.
Well, it'd be a good show.
So obviously with you guys being from dirt and asphalt here, and Connor has raced on asphalt before, would you ever consider trying out dirt to see how it is?
Oh, I tell my dad all the time I would love to try dirt.
I don't want to clean the car.
There's not a single person in racing that would say no to a sprint car. Let's be fair.
Those things look wild.
They are pretty wild. It's fun though, until you got to clean the car.
Well, you just take a pressure washer to it, right?
Yeah, it's actually not much. It's about, you're there for 15 minutes just pressure washing, and then that's really it.
So let's be real. How much you've raced the CVM, so you know how the rubber builds up in their car. What's worse, cleaning the rubber off the CVM or pressure washing the sprint car?
Oh, the rubber on the CVM was a lot worse. If you do it properly on the sprint car and you do it the morning after, it comes off pretty easy. But if you do what I did after Humberstone and wait for it to all build up and really dry up, it takes a little longer. But no, CVM with rubber buildup is a lot harder.
That's why once a week you're supposed to take care of it, buddy.
Yeah, I
know. No, honestly, it's I find it's gonna be fun watching both of you guys this year. Michael, we talked yesterday. We got a race day vlog coming up with you this year. I know you were standing over there watching some of the racing before we came up on stage. What is going to be one of the biggest takeaways you think you're going to learn after going back and watching your videos later on this year?
Just what I can work on and what the mistakes I'm making and see where I can improve to be a little bit quicker.
Now, Connor, I think he's been I think you ended up not wrecking one of my GoPros, but I'm sure you probably had an incident with the GoPros on board. So our running joke is with everyone who's Jomo, and actually with the CVMs, is that my GoPros are cursed. Now, that's not true. I'm going to point that out there. They're not cursed.
Liar.
But just some things happen. But you know what? No. See, the 7, I think, was the one that was cursed. Because ever since Mike Pod had cracked the front screen and it came back 90 degrees different than what it was, that's the one that seemed to have issues with everyone who I put on the car.
Yeah, worst finish I've ever had in that car is because that camera was on it.
I will say I haven't wrecked a car since you put a GoPro on my car, so
Was it what? Do you know if it was the 7 that I put in your car?
I can't remember.
We don't have to ask. It was the 7.
You know what? Maybe later on we'll start throwing up the CVM videos and see if we can find out if what camera I put in the car, because I know I put them on. So, and I know we're going
to pay extra to not have the 7 on our car this year.
7's garbage, man. I'm actually going to I'm trying to get a memory box case made up with a little ledge on it, so it will sit up on the wall for eternity now. So last year, I don't know if you guys heard or anything like that, but last year at our first race of the year, we went to Delaware, and we ended up putting the camera on the back of Ray Morneau Jr.'s number 03 late model in the first feature of the last feature of the night. Well, needless to say, he's like, I can't promise the camera will come back. And I said, if it doesn't, that's okay, as long as I can somehow get the footage. With maybe 5 laps to go, Rogers TV wasn't there, so I don't even know what fully happened. With about maybe 5 to 2 laps to go, all of a sudden you hear them roaring down the backstretch, going into 3, and all you hear is, ooh, and then caution lights come on. I'm like, and I'm looking out turn 4, because I'm on the front stretch watching by Cody Wild's pit, and I'm watching, and all of a sudden I'm like, where's Ray? Where's Scott? Or where's Kyle, sorry? I'm like, Then I see Ray drive by, the rear quarters pushed in right behind the wheel, and I'm like looking for the camera, because that's exactly where I put the camera to. Was right by the rear quarter. I'm looking, I'm like, I don't see a red flashing light, I don't see a camera. This is not good. Sure enough, after the race was over, because that was the final race of the night, I go to the track safety guys. I'm like, hey, did you guys happen to pick up a GoPro when the 03 and the 22 wrecked? They're like, no. I'm like, do you know where it'd be lost? I'm like, probably somewhere in turn 3, turn 4, somewhere. Sure enough, they go down. They found it. They said, you're lucky this thing is coming back. And I go, why? They were like, it was just outside the racing groove where the cars were running. It was 1 car, 2 car, and then the GoPro was right there. If there was so much of a little slip up or another pile up, the camera probably would have been victim even further. And I have a video of that over on my personal Facebook page. But he promised that it wouldn't come back, and technically he held his promise. It didn't come back. The track safety guys had to do. So ever since that happened, the camera's been retired. It is sitting on a shelf in my house right now, just waiting for a box that I'm going to put it in.
Does anyone else feel bad for the shelf?
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit, really? Now, you know, you only feel bad for it if it somehow falls out.
Is my die cast on that shelf?
No. Actually, yes. No. Diecast is up here.
It definitely is.
Diecast is up here. GoPro's on a different shelf on my computer desk.
I'm just going to get a Snapchat and the shelf's going to fall on the diecast. Can I get a new one?
No, it's above. The only thing that's going to fall on it is the True North Racing podcast sign we have right here on the front, because that's the only thing that sits behind it. Brandon, what time are we running at over there? Just kind of curiosity, because I know these guys are pretty busy.
It's 12:14. We got
Oh, perfect. They got time. We got time. We still got about 15.
I got a really dumb question for you.
All right, ask them.
Well, more for Mr. Ross here, because if they had a sprint car race on pavement, would you participate? And which pavement track in Ontario would you like to see that happen at?
I would definitely be into that. That would be sweet. It's not a sprint car, but super mods are one of my favorites. Dad and I go down to Oswego, and we've watched them, and he has watched the Budweiser Classic there, and I'd like to see him at Sunset. I think you'd be able to roll the outside lane there and the inside lane, and I think you've got enough room for slip up there, and think Sunset would be a good track for a sprint car. Yeah.
See, I think Peterborough, because if you get that outside groove and you start kind of getting sideways a little bit, you can make that groove work, I think, in the outside there.
You definitely could. I think Sunset's kind of like a mini Weekend. You got enough grooves there, and it's pretty banked. Peterborough would be fun, too.
We need to have an asphalt or a sprint car tour series. Go to all these tracks.
There used to be one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it needs to come back.
I don't remember, but like that's one of the reasons how I got into racing was because there was an IT guy that my mom knew when she worked for Choice Hotels Canada that raced. I think it was asphalt sprint cars. I don't remember because I'm now going back to when I was like 6, 7, maybe 8 years old. I don't remember a lot of things. I remember my time in Toledo, Ohio, but that's about it. I don't remember anything prior to that for some reason. But I do remember going to Flamborough and to, I think, Barrie, because I remember the covered grandstand, so I think it was Barrie, and maybe even Sunset to go watch these. I think it was sprint car racing. But one, I agree, but Grand Bend is actually bringing them back.
I have a really dumb idea if anyone's listening that is part of scheduling. 2026, we have the Outlaw Super Late models and asphalt sprints as a tour.
No.
Think how fast that would be. That'd be the fastest.
You have very
program
bad
on the
ideas,
planet.
very poor ideas a lot of the time.
Would it be entertaining?
Would be entertaining, but do you think the liability would be worth it?
Till you wreck a car in the wall.
That's exactly what I'm talking about here.
But how full would the stands be at every track that tour showed up to?
You're not. It depends, because not a lot of people like sprint. There's people who don't like sprint cars. You got to remember that.
If they don't like sprint cars, what do they like? Super lates.
They may not like super late models.
Then they probably don't like racing.
Oh. There's some people who just like mini stock racing.
They'll still like super lates and sprints.
I don't know. I don't even know if the
Does
Mitchells
anyone think
are
I'm
around.
wrong? If you like racing, you either like sprint cars or super late models.
No one's agreeing with you.
No one's disagreeing either.
You're not wrong.
I'll go back to my snack bacon.
Yeah, you go back to your Rogue beef jerky over there. By the way, yesterday we ended up trying some beef jerky up on stage here. If you guys are interested, go over to the 93 car. They have $10 bag jerky, and it is absolutely delicious. Which one do you got? You got the maple garlic going on?
Yeah, I got the maple garlic. And the weird part is, it's the first time me and you ever tried beef jerky.
Yeah, it's the first time I ever tried jerky, and it was absolutely delicious. So if either of you guys like jerky, 93 car in the OSS booth has jerky for $10 a bag. Absolutely delicious. Peppered and maple garlic.
Yeah, I've been slowly feeding Connor some jerky, trying to get him some
I've
left
seen
side
that.
weight.
It's really good.
Every
We got
$10
snacks
a
on
bag.
this side.
I got to fit in the seat here soon. I hope you know that.
They sell bigger seats.
Good point.
Just stretch it a little bit.
Don't
You're
know
really
if I'll
fine.
fit in the sprint car, but
I mean, I've seen some of the sprint car drivers. You'll be fine.
good point.
Michael, going back to you here, what is one of your goals for this year to improve each week? What is one thing you would look forward to each week to get back out on the track?
Just finishing races, just being consistent every night, and then every night, and just work on things that I can work on. Just yeah.
That's all right. Like, it's going to be a long season. You guys have. I didn't even count how many races y'all have. Do you remember how many races you counted up on your schedule? I know I put it together, but you know how many? There's a lot. I know that because it's a full season at Sunset. There's about 4 or 5 races I think at Peterborough, and then a couple at Flamborough as well. And
I
all the
want to say it was
playoffs.
29.
You're gonna say 29?
I want to say it was 29.
We're gonna go over to grab a schedule afterwards because I 22, 23. I'm gonna go 27. We're gonna take an over/under up here.
All right, Connor. What's your guess?
28.
28.
We're playing The Price is Right. All right.
Watch this be like 15. I know it's not 15, but
But he could add races. Like all of a sudden he's doing well if he runs down to Bristol.
that's true. That's true. I mean, I know we said yesterday. What is a track that you would like to run though, there, Michael?
Probably Sauble. Like what in the States?
Doesn't matter. States, Canada.
Oh, Sauble, and then I want to try Bristol.
Bristol will be fun in the mini stock.
Yeah, you got to have lots of balls.
You just keep that thing wide open.
Yeah, pretty much.
It would be like a Talladega for you guys.
Yeah.
Like, now, could you imagine a little 4-cylinder going down Talladega's backstretch?
Especially our drivers goes out here.
Halfway down the backstretch.
You have another gear.
Grab it and go. But for Connor, how about you, man? Like, I know you're going sprint car racing, but asphalt, dirt, what would you like to run?
Bristol would be pretty cool on asphalt, but I'd have to go for dirt. Probably Knoxville. That place, it's a mile, and you're not lifting through the corners, and you're carrying about 130, 140 mile an hour. And
God damn.
yeah, you're not lifting.
Yeah.
Just trail brake a little bit, run the bottom, and send her.
You're talking about having balls running Bristol.
I better get on that level.
Now, even for you, man, well, like if you were to, I know the car looks pristine. I would not like to see that kind of car on dirt because it's too beautiful. You would try dirt? I'd love to see that thing go on dirt. Where would you like to run if you were running dirt?
I don't really know much dirt tracks, but either Oswego or, I don't know. Where's another dirt track?
We got Merrittville, we got Buxton, we got Brighton, Cornwall.
Try them all.
Try them all, he says.
I was mentioning to Clinton online that we need to have an invitational where asphalt cars could go to Oswego and run our rules and see if we can compete.
Well, the hobby cars used to do that.
I was going to say the hobby cars because your dad finished second, was it not?
Yeah, and then he got DQ'd the next year.
DQ'd.
So.
Yeah, back in the 2000s, shortly after Oswego opened their doors, they the CVMs would actually go run on, take their asphalt track cars and go run. Actually, Mr. Ross is standing over there right now, actually. You placed second, right? At Oswego in the hobbies. Where'd you finish?
He's too washed up for that.
You got black flag?
But where did you cross the line before the black flag?
No, I came into pit to pull a slug wire.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't get the power down. I came back out on the track and
You might be the last person in Ontario to pit for taking a plug wire off.
I don't know why I thought I saw you. I thought I heard you finished second in the race there. That's what I thought. I don't know why.
He was a heat race hero back in the day.
Heat race hero.
That was me in 2023.
Yeah. Everything in the mini stock, eh? And
in the super stock. I won like 11 heat races between two cars that year.
Yeah, that's insane. But going back over here to the guys that we got up on stage, we're being joined on stage. We're here with Connor Ross and Michael Robinson III. Both guys have been a fantastic guest to have up on stage here. We're gonna let you guys get out of here because you guys are gonna be pretty busy. So you guys can catch Michael Robinson III over here in the Stickers and Scuffs booth. They'll be over there for the next, you're going to be over there for 30 minutes or so signing autographs?
I think something like that, yeah.
They got amazing hero cards designed by Jomo Media Promotions. I don't want to toot my own horn, but I think they look pretty good.
You toot your horn enough. You don't have to just call it.
You're not wrong. I don't like to, but I will sometimes. But Michael, again, it's been a pleasure. You're going to be back up on stage with us tomorrow for a third time. Back here at 12. We're going to have more fun, getting to know you a little bit more before the season starts. Again, it's been a pleasure to chat with you, Connor, man. Good luck this season. I'm coming out to Oswego a couple times this year, so I'll make sure I'll come over, stop by, see you. And if I have an extra GoPro that we're allowed to throw in the car,
we'll let you
it's
throw
not
one
the
on.
7, so we'll be fine.
Let you throw one on.
Maybe we'll use my GoPro.
Perfect.
I've
Maybe
never
a little
wrecked with my
safer.
GoPro in.
All right, guys.
I'll
Thank you
change
so
the
much
lock.
for joining us here on
Thank
the True
you.
North Racing Podcast.
Thank you for having us.
All right, guys. That's Michael Robinson III and Connor Ross. Two guys, couple different backgrounds. No, I got one yesterday. We're good. Thank you. No problem. Thank you. All right. So we got another about 30 minutes to kill.
Yeah, just about that.
So if James Jordan is available from the Wild World and Motorsports, we'd love to have him come up on stage. I don't know if he's there or not.
I don't see him there.
James.
Maybe he responds better to Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Jimmy?
I don't know. He looks like he's slowly making his way this way.
He's not listening to us. He must be a race car driver.
He's busy chatting, but We'd love for James Jordan to come up on stage and join us if he's available. We love the wild world of motorsports, and I think we're going to start making this a tradition. Last year we had you. Who else came up on stage? We had Damon come up on stage and
Michael Wallace, formerly known as Wally.
Get up on stage here. Grab a mic, buddy. Sorry if we're disturbing you from shooting content, but we'd love for you to get up here and chat a little bit.
This is great.
Welcome back.
Well, thank you for having me here on the JOMO Show.
True North Racing Podcast,
True North Racing Podcast.
And we're being streamed live right now on TrackTune, actually, eh?
TrackTune, I've listened to them a couple of times this past season. Whenever there's a glitch or whatever on TSN or Flow, pull up the TrackTune app, and we'll be able to catch some stuff that we cover these races on social media. So if we're going to miss something on the video broadcast, we'll pop up TrackTune and won't miss a thing. So thank you. We saw the fella that I believe is in charge of TrackTune come by earlier. So thanks to him for
such a nice guy. But yeah, if you guys are interested in TrackTune, it's a free app to download. We got the QR code up on stage right here, right now. It's honestly a great tool for if you're a race fan. If you can't make it out and they don't have video services like GeForce or Rogers TV, this is the place to listen to racing in Ontario, or even in the States too. If you will have a track that you prefer in the States, it helps you listen in and check out your favorite race car drivers each week.
Yeah, I love seeing technology coming into the racetracks and helping the scope or broadening the scope of some of the racetracks, especially in Ontario and some of the race series race car drivers. It gives them exposure. And not only that, it's good to have different ways, not just TV. You don't have to spend $70 per month on a subscription service for this.
Yeah.
So this is a cost-effective.
Totally free.
Totally.
I love it. It's all hooked up. Like I said, we didn't have to do anything. We're being really good, and it's being hooked up to TrackTune right now. And like I said, we're broadcasting live. We know there's about 35 people who are listening in just to us right now.
Technology. We're looking at the technology that is making this possible right now.
We have three guys looking at Ooh Shiny on the side of the stage.
Where's our cameraman at? Where's Bryce at?
Bryce is busy,
you
actually.
brought a camera with you. Technically, you're the guy.
Oh, yeah.
You're recording the recording.
To be completely honest with you, I was gonna head down over to the facilities there, but when Jomo asks you to come up on stage, you don't say no, and you don't take.
Yeah, you don't say no to me.
You can't. And here at Motorama, the opportunity to be able to come up on stage like this is epic. Not epic racewear.
Oh, I was gonna say we're with DJD gear, right?
All gear is good though in Canada.
All gear is good. As long as you're being safe, that's all that matters.
Right? Yeah, safety is important. But yeah, the opportunity. There's Bryce. There he is.
There's Bryce.
There he is.
Buddy, we missed
Thank
you.
Say his name.
Hey man, how's it going? Good to see you. It's been a few months. But yeah, the opportunity.
We're still good, buddy. Don't worry.
The opportunity is so important for us podcasters to be able to have this kind of scope to even just people walking past and giving us a couple of minutes is really appreciated. And for Boneyard Motorama to be able to put this podcast booth together is it's a highlight of our year. I don't know about you guys, but for the wide world of motorsports, this is something that is definitely on our calendar, and it's one of my favorite times of the year.
So before your time here, why don't you give us a little bit of backstory about the wild world of motorsports, because people are tired of hearing us talk.
Hey,
No one's tired of hearing us talk.
No, I was totally
except for
digging
Brad
it.
Holmes over at Sobel. That's probably about it.
Well, and Bryce.
That's what he does, though. That's why Bryce is awesome. The wide world of motorsports. We started before 2018. We were a radio segment on my radio show, the Underground Sound Project in Waterloo, on Radio Waterloo, CKMS. And then in 2018, I went to the Daytona 500, and I said, I love this. This is my favorite thing, and I want to share it with people. I want to share my passion with other people that have the same passion. So using the Wi-Fi at Daytona International Speedway, I set up the Wide World of Motorsports pages, and I was right from there. We were whatever's going on in the race, reviewing whatever's going on in the race. Anything from wrecks to passes to wins, we wanted to talk about it. So, and then once the pandemic hit, things were a little bit difficult. A lot of us had a lot more time, like Wally and some of our other people like Damon and our other co-host, the Eggman. During the pandemic, we wanted to make it a podcast. We wanted to take it off the radio. Well, we stayed on the radio until this year. Now we are no longer on the radio, but we're sticking with the podcasting. And we've been going to racetracks ever since. We try to make it to as many races as we can throughout the year. It's I'm a bit busy myself with some other stuff. I cover local sports for basketball and other sports, so I try to make it to the races in between wrestling and basketball. So we're on Facebook, Spotify at the WWOMS. So if you want to check us out, just Google the Wide World of Motorsports.
So, you know Saab a little better than me here, Jomo. Did they say that they have wrestling at the racetrack this year?
I don't remember if they have a wrestling event happening.
I think Varney had wrestling.
No, but I think this year they're hosting a wrestling event actually at the Speedway. Is Brad Holmes over at the Sauble Speedway booth? I don't see him.
Hey, yeah, if you guys are having a wrestling event at a racetrack this year, I would love to check that out.
I see Brad. He's shaking his head, but he's ignoring us for the 17th time.
Where
this
is
weekend. He's over standing by Savannah Finley's car with the hat on.
Oh, I see him.
Shout out to Sauble again. They're going to get a bunch of shout-outs this weekend.
I can't remember. Yesterday, we were talking about starting to throw darts at my TV screen there because they were tired of seeing me. Not only do they have to see me sitting across from them, and then they got
You're going to need a new TV. Oh, no.
Oh.
So, so this weekend, we're on tomorrow. The Wide World of Motorsports will have our show tomorrow at, when is it, 2:30?
I don't know. When did you guys schedule?
I think it's 2:30. When was it, 2:30, Brian? We're going to check it. Yeah.
Hey,
we're on.
I can't keep track of our shows. John keeps me on like a fishing reel, or he just does a Feeney call to get me back.
What's the Feeney call?
You don't know the Feeney
call?
I know the show. I thought it was like a deer call.
No,
like when you're
it's
hunting.
the same thing from the show.
It's like what Eric
that's the
Matthews
name of your
used to do
show,
to
but
get
you should
Feeney.
make it a call, though. Like, you should make it a noise, like a...
No, it's better if you just start yelling Feeney. Feeney! Yeah, what is it, the first year we were doing live shows like this? That's exactly what I did, because his car was roughly where the Raptor filters sign is. I think it was just a little bit more.
It was
that
actually
way.
where, like, just to the left of it, because I was at the NTN booth, so I was right in the hallway there.
Were you?
Yeah, because that's where you and Cam got your first picture together.
Wow. What a moment. Hey,
Right?
hey.
We got the big guy Cam over there in the Boneyard Event Services podcast corner.
Cam. No.
He likes to ignore us.
Shout out to everyone, though, at the podcast corner. It's so cool to see it full. Last year, it was just kind of just on the outside here, but it's so cool to see that that filled up in just 2 years.
Oh, yeah.
So,
and, if anyone walking by, all afternoon and all day, both today and tomorrow, they are signing autographs over at the Stickers and Scuffs podcast booth. Various drivers from various different series and tracks will be over there signing autographs. We love Cam. We love everything that he's been doing to help this show, like our section, grow. Because, man, I thought I did a lot more to this year just by adding hero cards and business cards and having leftover stickers available for pickup. It's nice to have places for this where drivers can come by.
Oh, yeah.
With especially last year's hero cards, because they always have a ton of them left over. What better way than to get rid of them by sitting here signing autographs for half an hour?
Right.
And I know we got Michael Robinson III over there. We got Ben McPherson, and we got a couple other drivers as well sitting over there who are signing autographs. So make sure you guys hop on over, grab an autograph, talk to some drivers, find out where they race, and maybe because most of the tracks here in Ontario do have a booth here at Motorama. So why don't you guys
series too? Yeah.
Yeah. Make sure you guys get over there, find out when they're racing, and go support a local racetrack.
Yeah. Without the local racetracks, we wouldn't have anything to cover. So that's so important. And also
got that right.
the drivers too. We have some photographs on the Wide World of Motorsports table here, and if any of the drivers are here, we would love to have you sign that. Those are some of our favorite photos from last year. So we have a Sharpie there, and I bet you not even half of them are probably here though. But
So I
Jomo's on it.
I have a live proposition for you since you got a good photo of John last year.
That's my favorite photo.
I think since you're here today by yourself and there's two of us, we should get a video of you getting in my car.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Let's do it.
My car is over there on the show.
Okay.
We get a video of it, and we'll let you
Oh,
put it up
boy.
on the Wide World of Motorsports Facebook
I might
page.
damage your car, but we'll give it a shot. I've always
We'll
wanted.
give it a shot.
There was a show car at.
Hey, hold on. I see Mr. Jonathan Howe over here walking by. How's it going? From Dirt Beers and the Southern Ontario Dirt Show. Buddy, it's busy. You guys are going to be coming up here.
When are you guys on?
You guys
When are you guys on?
4
and 5
2
today.
hours?
Dirt beers.
Buddy, I beat you. I had 3 hours yesterday. Woo. In a row, back to back to back. I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Hey, do you guys have like dirt beer covers for when you're at the dirt track? Like you can actually have a cover for your beer so you don't get dirt in it?
That's a good.
Like, right?
Yeah.
There it is.
I'm calling commissioner on that when you sell it, though.
Right now it's just stickers. You gotta buy stickers.
You got stickers?
We love
Okay.
stickers.
Okay. I would like stickers. Let me know what they are. I need stickers, okay? All right. Thanks. Enjoy the show, guys. We'll see you around, okay?
So, yeah, it's really cool to see even more of our fellow.
Right? I love Jonathan Howe. And
Compadres.
you know what I love about Jonathan is the fact that him and I have the same spelling of our names. We have the proper spelling of our damn names.
Just the J-O.
It's the O-N.
Oh, okay.
And no, we're not Jonathan. We're Jonathan. We're the Thuns.
Jonathan.
Thun, not Than.
Is that the same sound you make when you fall?
What?
Is that the same sound you make when you fall?
No,
Thump.
that's thud. No, there's been an earthquake happening.
Have you guys made it around at all, or have we only just
Man,
made
I
it this
have been
far?
absolutely just glued to the Boneyard Events
Yeah, I was-
podcast corner, especially on a day like today. Like I want to get in early enough. Actually, there's that guy over here from Track Tune. How's it going?
Thank you for what you do. Thank you.
It sounds great.
Oh,
Awesome.
that
We
is
love
awesome.
it. We love hearing that.
I feel like he's lying to us.
I probably.
No, it's good. Oh yeah, so
We'll drop off your check in a little bit. Don't worry.
yeah.
I thought he was paying us.
Aw, last year though, we were stuck here all weekend, and it wasn't until like 20 minutes before they were kicking everyone out that we actually ended up making it around and checking stuff out. But last year, and no wonder if they'll let us do it again.
They're going to let us do it again.
Oh.
Do not worry.
We're gonna have.
He knows exactly what I'm talking about.
We're
We're
gonna
going to
have
come
a
back
year
over.
too. We did some slot car racing.
Yep. Oh.
With our
We
neighbors
also
there
did the
last
pit
year.
stop challenge, but it's not here this year.
4 drivers and an announcer. I think we can make that happen.
Last year.
Adam Ross is still here.
No, they're heading out.
We'll have to see
unfortunately.
y'all tomorrow. We'll have to see y'all tomorrow. Okay, yeah. So last year we had Adam Ross call that. So hopefully someone else is a
Clinton's here.
Do you really think Clinton's going to come over and do that?
come on,
He has
Clint.
done dumber things.
Come on, Clint.
I still think I would love to get Cam to announce it, but I know he's a busy man.
I like to get him to race it.
I'd love to get Cam over there for racing.
He
but
missed out last year on the 2024 edition of the Podcasters Race, slot car race. So we'll have to talk him into it this year.
yeah.
But there's got to be a track announcer at this convention.
Oh, you know what? Brendan Doherty is in the building.
Oh, there we go. Maybe we could talk to Brendan about it.
Yeah, Brendan Doherty, I think.
we're getting this set up.
The wheels are turning.
Yeah.
And maybe we can get Nathaniel Greenway to put up a bag of beef jerky to the winner.
Oh,
Maybe.
some jerky.
Maybe. We'll go build it up.
Yeah, Save the Speedways is.
Yeah, yesterday's Speedway booth over here,
Yesterday's
guys.
Speedway.
Man, they're such a good group of guys that, of course, they got lots of pictures, videos happening. Like I think there's a race from Flamborough Speedway actually happening over there on the TV right now. Yeah, that's Flamborough, that's for sure. That's back.
Oh, that must be an old.
and that is
We all
old
seen
because
the tower and knew it was Flamborough.
Oh boy.
well, that too, but you could also tell because there's no entrance out of turn 4, and the entrance and exit was actually on the backstretch before they reconfigured that. I think it was when they repaved it shortly after
Yeah.
that, I think. But you can see there's the gate right there.
That's so cool.
You would have to let the next heat onto the track, before the last heat would be able to pull off.
It's still not as sharp a turn as it is to get off at Kawartha.
At where?
Kawartha is a 180-degree turn to get off the track.
Holy.
So you literally go down the back streets and you 180 out because it goes this way, then back to the left of the tech shed.
Oh, man.
Speaking of flammy, I had my first flamburger.
How was it?
Oh,
Did
it
you
was
have
so
a
good.
pit flamburger
I had
or
it.
a
Yeah, do you have
grandstand side?
No, he had pit. He was there in the pits.
Yeah. You saw me.
Yeah.
He was there.
That's
He
how you
was
got the
there.
photo.
Right? It was good. I had it as is. It was delicious. Not a fan of onions, but it was still pretty good on there.
You got to get the bacon on there, man.
Double bacon.
I'm going to go, hey, here's another one of our favorite photographer friends that
Absolutely.
we see at Flammy and other tracks like
Oh,
that.
yeah. He's a busy photographer, let me tell you.
It's always fun to learn a few things off of the photogs that we get to work with and around at racetracks for sure. But yeah, Flammy, definitely a burger worth trying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you go to tracks like us. Yesterday we were talking with Jennifer Hatch about best track foods, and we said Flamburger, Peterborough fries, and then we were going like, who's got the best dessert?
Who had a dessert?
We got the Peterborough brownies.
I think Delaware has brownies as well or something like
So
that.
yeah, but they're not
brownie-
the Peterborough brownies.
No, they were good.
So what should I try for dessert at a...
Well, that's the thing is Flamborough doesn't have anything, but they have like just like freezies and just like
the basic
that kind
stuff.
yeah, that kind of stuff. But
What-
we're kind of 10 minutes. All right.
Why don't you give us your best food at any tracks you've been to?
Yeah,
any
we want to hear
tracks.
that.
The catering in the media center at CTMP is fantastic.
No, that's not what we want. We want the local short track. What's your best?
So at Bago, and I don't remember the food truck it was, but they had some delicious funnel cakes.
Oh, yeah?
I tried one there. I don't remember the food truck name, but it was delicious. It was right beside the bathroom, that one. Yeah, I don't. Some of y'all might know what I'm talking about. I don't know. It was a delicious funnel cake, though. Delicious. I had extra powdered sugar on it.
Oh my God.
It was good. And this is in between like heats and races and stuff like that. So like I'm trying to eat and at the same time
Is this
take photos and stuff.
what track was this?
Big O.
Oh, Ashwegan.
Yeah, it's so there's kind of like the tech shed area, I believe.
Yeah,
and
There's a funnel cake truck there?
Yeah,
they had ice cream.
when was this?
Where was this?
I went there this year. Got it this year.
Were you there for the NASCAR race?
Yeah, NASCAR.
Maybe that's why it was during the NASCAR
I
race.
was about to call Glenn over here and ask why
What
we
do
don't
you-
have an ice cream truck.
What do you
when we
guys
show up.
call NASCAR or NASCAR Canada Series? Is it NASCAR, NCAS? What's the abbreviation that you guys call that series? Because we're trying to
NASCAR
figure.
Canada Series.
we just use the full name.
Just use the full one. No,
We're
I'm
not
too lazy
lazy.
for that.
Sometimes it slips out and I just call it CASCAR.
Still CASCAR.
It's still like
Yeah.
to some people it's no different than a lot of things, right? Like the Skydome. It's not Rogers Center to me, it's the Skydome.
Oh yeah, it's still the Skydome. Actually, I have
Scotiabank Arena. It's not Scotiabank.
I have a
it's the
petition
ACC.
online to rename it Skydome. So
I'd love for the name to come back. Like it was nice. Like, oh, we're going down to the dome.
that's what
Hey, we're
what I
going to
would
the
say. I'm
Rogers Center
old
to go watch
school.
the Blue Jays. No, we're going down to the dome to watch the Jays play. I like that better. That sounds way cooler.
I think they had better attendance when it was Skydome than when
I
it was
think
Rogers.
so too.
Back in the day.
Probably better ownership group too.
Hey, just saying, they've won more World Series in the Skydome than they have the Rogers Center.
Not wrong.
It's sad. Did you guys make it out to the Honda Indy this last year?
To the where?
In the Toronto Honda Indy?
No, that's one I've wanted to go to so bad.
I applied for a photo pass, but I got denied.
Oh, it's tough to get. I've gotten a photo pass only once at.
Oh wow.
Here we got BMO walking in front of us.
B-Man.
How come we didn't know there was an ice cream truck and funnel cake
Yeah.
truck at Ashwegan?
Why was there no announcement about that? I would have gone over to there, man.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, make sure it's on there, bud.
You think the
Mic's
most
off.
professional media guy of all of us would know how to turn a mic on.
How about that?
There we
Hey,
go.
it's Brent from
grab
Big
it.
O.
Feedy, pick a seat, buddy. Let BMO sit down here.
How's it going, buddy?
I'm living my fat life.
This is awesome.
Welcome to Jomo's show.
We're just having a random time. The same deal we had yesterday too. Like, this is fun. How's it going, man?
Good. First day at the show for this weekend.
Nice. How you been enjoying it so far?
So far, so good. It's great to see everybody having a good time and showing an interest in motorsports for sure.
So back to the important question. How come we didn't get notified about the funnel cake and ice cream truck?
Do you not see us? We're big guys. Like We need to know where the food options are. We know that Oswego has some great food options, but if there's a damn funnel cake truck happening, you need to let us know.
I'll let you know. I'll let you know next time.
We got to get a racetrack food podcast because this is its own.
I feel like this is the right crew.
This is the right group right
You
here.
got it. You got
Oh,
it.
man.
Hey, so you're made your ways around so far, or you just get here, or what are you feeling about the show?
I'm being here before the doors open, so I did a quick walkthrough, and it's great to see like all the modified cars in the back, all the race cars there. And it's also really great to see all the young ones coming here because the future is the young ones there. When I got my first Xbox at NASCAR Thunder 2003, and that's what got me into racing. Was that
You're
so?
old.
Yeah.
Buddy, I had 2002.
Hey, 2004 is still the best. It had the best career mode.
2008.
Well, he's all over the esports, so I'm sure
Yeah.
he's played them all.
Oh yeah. I had a race this past Thursday, and Wednesday. Got a podium finish.
Nice.
So I was pretty excited for that one.
So you're racing on Forza. You're not doing iRacing or anything.
No, my computer's not strong enough for that. But if anyone wants to
We
sponsor
got to
me,
get some donations for a good PC.
yeah.
Yeah, come on. We need to get you on iRacing there.
Yeah.
To be
I just
fair,
got
he's
started, and it's been a blast.
Yeah.
He's got to get his safety gear because he's supposed to be one of the drivers lined up for the charity ride.
Oh, boy.
Oh yeah. So tell us about that?
Yeah, so I was talking to Brendan about that. It's got that Honda Civic going, and I never done a real race before. So I'm really excited if this can actually become something possible.
Yeah. And don't worry, Glenn will be happy because the car will be like blue and gray, so it won't really color clash too much with anything at the track.
That's really awesome, man. When is that?
I'm not sure
We
yet.
got to schedule it yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm hoping to have about 20 drivers in that car this year,
Oh,
including Olympic
19,
medalists.
19, because he thinks he's getting me behind the wheel of the car.
Oh, I might need your help to put that big bad
hey
in the
man,
car.
for sure. If you even want to put me in a ride, I'll.
I'll just put
Switch
bacon in it.
Switch us out. Switch us out. Put him in for
Yeah,
me.
but you have the safety gear that
I will
bought.
give
Oh,
him my
yeah,
safety
yeah.
gear. It'll work.
It-
Just
it
get your
should
helmets.
Let's do it.
What size shoes are you?
12.
Perfect. It'll fit. Should fit. You may be a little tight on the shoes,
We've
but
all said that before.
Hey, I'm just
Hey,
looking to make
hey,
sure I
either
get
that-
around the track. No cautions from me, just get my feet wet. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah. Oh,
that'll be fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be fun to watch too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I already
Just
told
don't
some of
biff
my yeah. I told some of my family members. My mom's a little scared, but I told my mom I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
The
So-
car's safe.
Yeah.
How do you land a deal like that? Like how? Like if someone would want to start racing, how do you get into that?
Honestly, what I did is you just gotta walk around in the pits, make friends. Friends is key. It's not what you know, but it's who you know. You
gotta
need
talk
to
now.
You need to know the right people
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and be friendly and be out and open and let them know what your goals are. And then work towards those goals. Those goals won't happen unless you work towards them. So I really do
Real
appreciate the chance I have, and once things get settled up, you might see me on the track.
That'll be awesome.
You do a lot of stuff for Big O for their social media as well.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Killer stuff, first of all.
Yes. So for the Oswego track, I'm the journalist for the track, so I write the articles, and they get posted to the website, and then Inside Track also posts them too. And then Glenn Stars needed a social media manager to run his social pages, so I got asked to run that too. So that's why
busy
I'm
guy.
all decked out in Glenn Stars here. And I heard that he's supposed to be here at some point today, so it'd be good to see the.
I was gonna say
the boss
I
man.
saw him walking around a little bit yesterday. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that's super cool. When did you get started in that?
So it was just right after the pandemic. I always liked motorsports, but I was really into soccer. But then when the pandemic happened, none of the sports were available. But that's when NASCAR was doing that iRacing little thing.
That was
they were
sweet.
trying that
Oh,
out.
I love that,
And
yeah.
so that was the only thing on TV. So I was like, hey, you know what? Like, let's get back into motorsports. Found out that Oswego Speedway was only literally 30 minutes away from my place. So I messaged them and said, do you guys need any help there? And they asked me if I could be a journalist, and I said, why not? Give me a shot.
Wow, that's really awesome.
Now it's been 3 years.
I'm convinced every NASCAR driver needs to have a sim rig in their hauler. So if it has a rain delay at the track, we have an iRacing race covering it.
Like what Carson Hocevar was doing?
Yeah, but all drivers in their rigs
Yeah.
doing a race like they did during the pandemic.
Just to take off from where they stopped. Yeah.
No, just to cover the rain delay so we don't have to go to like 1994 Daytona 500.
yeah.
Let's get the grudges out on iRacing in the middle of a rain delay.
Right?
That'll be fun.
Well, you can get it up. You can do that. You can put it up in your hauler. It's really easy. We should.
It worked, no issues for Hocevar, so.
Hey, everyone's doing well. Jimmy's trying to figure out how to turn the button on.
Hey, I guess it's wrap-up time.
Yeah, we got just about 2 minutes to go. Of course, we got to thank you guys for joining us.
Thank you for having me,
No
man.
problem. I know
Appreciate
it's a little impromptu for you there.
I love it.
Thanks for letting me crash
for
it.
For both you guys, but honestly, it's been fun. Make sure you guys follow Joe Media Promotions on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Glenn Stires Racing on all social medias. Wild World of Motorsports on Facebook and Spotify.
At the WWOMS.
Yep. And Feeney with the Beefy Motorsports, because his modified sitting over there in the racer corral. If you guys want to go take a look. In a little bit, we're going to try to see if James Jordan can get into the car over there.
Oh, man, I don't know. It's been a few years since I've been in a show car, so.
If you don't get in that car, you're not allowed to run the Honda.
I was in a NASCAR car at Jucasa.
This
like
is
8
tighter.
years ago. Yeah.
This will be fun. I'm going to bring my videos, don't worry.
This is going to be good.
We'll be back up here on stage around 3 o'clock for our next interview. So thank you, everyone, who's walking by. Thank you for attending Motorama Custom Car and Motorsports Expo. It's absolutely appreciative of everyone stopping by, taking a look, listening to us rant for 50 minutes or so. Again, I got to thank Pets Pro Painting for making our trip possible to Motorama. They do a lot. Track Tune, we got to thank them for having us broadcast live over on their, and of course the Gulf Race Fuels Racing Zone for having us. Buddy's over here trying to give me tips.
That's what race car drivers do. They just look at their car and they just.
But yeah, like I said, we'll be back up at about 3 o'clock. We got a nice announcement coming up shortly. No, not anymore. It's changed around. God, we can have another hour? Buddy, let's pause for 10 minutes. We'll come back up here, okay? All right. We'll be back up here in just a few minutes, but enjoy the quietness for a few minutes. See you guys.
We should take the mics over to the modified just so we can hear James get in the car.
No, we don't. No one needs to hear that sound on the speakers. All right. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you in a few minutes.
Thanks for tuning in to the True North Racing Podcast. Be sure to follow us on social media for more racing content and updates. You can find Jomo Media and Promotions on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and at jomomedia.ca. Until next time, keep your engines running and your belts tight.